Okay, this is my Black Panther review. Oh, I mean Black Mirror. Alright, I'm going to review the whole show, but I'm also going to, in particular, review Season 5. This is difficult because half of me loves Black Mirror and the other half of me hates Black Mirror. Well, I guess Black Mirror is a lot like Will Ferrell, where it's very hit or miss. Some episodes are great and some are terrible. I mean, part of the problem is I think that Black Mirror tries a little too hard to be cutting edge. It thinks it's more cutting edge than it is, and it's really not often. But I can also have sympathy because it's supposed to be cutting edge. It's a show about technology. It's like technology meets Twilight Zone. Twilight Zone episodes about the future, about what technology will do. That's how I describe the show to people who haven't heard of it. Another criticism I would have is that they keep reusing the idea of taking somebody's entire mind and putting it into a computer chip, and that person has to live in the computer chip forever. They did it in the White Christmas episode. They did it in the there was like a museum episode where a person is forced to like live forever in a microchip, and they just keep doing it. They did it in Season 5, Episode 3 again, and it's just like, okay, well, at this point it's kind of lazy. Like, you're supposed to be thinking of new ideas. But you know what? Again, that was what I was thinking was that the problem is that it's too successful. So the writer, Charlie Brooker, I think his name is, he just thinks of an idea and then he just writes it very lazily. There was the episode White Christmas. That's like my favorite one. But it doesn't make sense because, well, it doesn't have the right flow because the madman character, John Hamm, is much more of an asshole than the other character, but yet he gets less of a punishment than the other character. So it's not satisfying. It's not emotionally satisfying. I mean, I guess at the end of the day, I would just say that I wouldn't rewatch most of the episodes of Black Mirror. I might not rewatch any of them. White Christmas I've rewatched, but a lot of them are pretty weak. I appreciate that he's trying to go in new directions. That Bandersnatch thing, that was pretty cool. I thought it was very good. Maybe Bandersnatch would be one of my favorites. So I do appreciate what he's doing. Okay, Season 5, Episode 1. Anthony Mackie, Falcon. He is annoying as hell. But you know what? I gotta cut him some slack because who would want to play Falcon? What an embarrassing Marvel character. I'll always see him flying around with stupid wings and no powers. I would say that episode was pretty good. Again, like it's kind of a mild idea. You know what? He has like one idea. I blame all of this or praise all of this on Charlie Brooker. He has one idea, like, oh, imagine if we could play Street Fighter and then you have like a love affair while it's happening, and wouldn't that be weird if technology did that? But then he doesn't take it to the nth degree, and he just kind of whatever. It's very bland. Like it's always a bland build up, and like it doesn't really go anywhere. Like there could have been a profound statement there, kind of like Stephen King-esque. But I would say that episode was probably the best of the 3 of Season 5. The second episode, which is called Smithereens, is the worst. Yeah, okay, so the second episode was awful because it was not making a comment on technology, and it was just a hostage fucking movie. And who wants to see that? I mean, we've seen that before. And I was like, wow, okay, so really? There's nothing? You're not going to do anything? Oh, you're going to blame the founder of Facebook for the fact that you had ADD? That was the whole concept? That was terrible. I would never watch it again. It was a disgrace. It's probably one of the worst episodes. Now, the third episode is the one that I have the most to say about. When I heard that Miley Cyrus was going to star in Black Mirror, I was like, oh, dude, you sold out. Are you fucking kidding? Miley Cyrus is disgusting. She is like a symbol of moronity. And then I watched it, and I'm like, this is actually really good. They used Miley Cyrus appropriately because they used her as like a piece of shit retard who, does pop music. So she plays herself essentially like a total piece of shit retard. And I enjoyed, it was very endearing to see the relationship between the young girls. It's like, it's a young girl movie. I was like, I feel like I'm watching The Goonies, or like Stand By Me, where it's like, it's a feel-good movie. It's like almost like an episode that was made for teenage girls. And so I can respect that like you're going for that and showing the sisterly love and all of that. That was the strongest part about the episode. You know what? It was a romp, and it's good as a romp. It doesn't have any comments to make. It's not highly intelligent. But I like that. I like that about some of the Black Mirror episodes, that they're not necessarily making a comment. They're just let's have a romp. Let's say, what if this happened? And we're not making any great points. What killed it, though, what killed it for me, because I thought it was a great episode until I realized that they were using a Trent Reznor song. Because Trent Reznor and Nine Inch Nails are the bottom of the barrel. That's like pop music for goths. It's just so shit. Like Trent Reznor is a piece of shit. His music sucks. Now I'm just gonna rant. I dated a girl one time who loved Nine Inch Nails, and I must have 100 hours of me trying to convince her that Trent Reznor is a effing moron. He has no passion. This is fake passion, and putting a Band-Aid on a wound doesn't make it good. Oh, well, he helps me because I've got anger issues. Yeah, but that's just like Band-Aid on a wound. A Band-Aid isn't necessarily a solution. It's a temporary thing. Trent Reznor is horrible, and so is Nine Inch Nails. And it's just like Black Mirror, like you just degraded your whole episode with that. And like the idea of mixing a Miley Cyrus song with Nine Inch Nails is absurd. And you know what? They both sucked on their own enough. I didn't need to see a medley. So my review of Black Mirror is that Black Mirror fucking sucks because they used Trent Reznor in one of their episodes. They used a goddamn Nine Inch Nails song. You were better than that. You're better than that. What the fuck is wrong with everybody? And Miley Cyrus, too. Miley Cyrus deserves nothing. She should never be in a Black Mirror episode. This guy, Charlie Brooker, you're a sellout, buddy. You could have made that episode with anybody else. It could have been a fictional. You did it because everybody knows who Miley Cyrus is. She's done. And she's got big gums. Charlie Brooker, you made it. You already made it. So why don't you make shows with integrity? You don't need to fucking cast Britney Spears in your episode. You don't need Britney Spears. It reminds me of when Morgan Freeman, he did like an American Express card commercial. And I'm like, haven't you made it yet? Like, you should be at the point where you don't need to sell it anymore. And so, like fuck you. I lost all respect for Morgan Freeman when I saw him do a goddamn American Express card commercial. After he's already been, like, king of the world. You're Dark Knight, everything. Do you ever have integrity? So, yeah. Well, let's wait 5 more years for the next Black Mirror episode, and Britney Spears will be in that with Christina Aguilera. And they'll do a cover of Ministry, Psalm 69. You got no fucking cred. You got no cred with me. So, overall, my recommendation is, watch episode 1. The first episode of Black Mirror is good, of season 5. The third episode's really good, but it's soul depriving because you see, what's his name? Charlie Brooker taking it up the ass from Miley Cyrus. If you support gays, click like. If you respect blacks, comment. If you think women are people too, click the notification bell. And if you care about sick children, subscribe.